Now comes the toughest test yet, Ryan, as you know. The Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night. First of all, what's the excitement level there? Whether it's with the team, whether it's with the fan base, about the Bucs playing in this big game on Sunday night?
Well, there's a ton of excitement, guys. I mean, first of all, the Bucs have had 3 straight games now flexed to whether it be Sunday Night Football or the 425 spot, which means nationally they're getting some exposure, and that's great for the fan base. They're really excited about that. The players are pumped up too. I mean, I think they knew all along they had this in them, but they just weren't playing good football to start the season. I mean, obviously through the first 5 weeks of the season, they just weren't playing great. And now I think you see the energy, you see the enthusiasm, you see the hunger in these guys. This is a young group of guys. I mean, defensively, their best player this year has been Vernon Hargreaves, the rookie first-round pick out of the University of Florida, who's had his first career interception this week against New Orleans, but he's been playing lights out. So the excitement level is fantastic. And look, Dallas coming off that loss, I think that's at a disadvantage for Tampa Bay because they would have locked everything up. They would have had nothing to play for. Now, they're gonna come into this game hungry to prove that they're not just a fluke after losing to the New York Giants this past weekend. So that obviously hurts Tampa Bay a little bit, but still, the Bucs, they're a pretty good team, and I think they're going to show that on Sunday Night Football.
All right, everyone knows what the Cowboys bring to the game, especially these 2 rookie phenoms. But what's one advantage that the Bucs have in this contest?
Jameis Winston. I think the one way the Bucs can win this game is by scoring points on that Cowboys defense. I mean, they've been good so far this year, but I think the leadership that Jameis Winston has shown and just how much growth he's had over this season, not to mention last season, but really the last 5 games. I think that's a huge advantage for them. And defensively, look, they've been great along that defensive line. Robert Ayers has stepped up. Gerald McCoy has been playing well. The rookie Noah Spence, formerly of Ohio State, he's been spectacular so far through his rookie season. So I think they're just clicking right now. They got young guys that are hungry. I think Jameis is the one advantage you look for in this game. I think he's better than Dak Prescott. I mean, people may not argue that with the way Dak is winning this year, but Jameis certainly has put up similar numbers to Dak. So I think that'll be the advantage, but still, as you guys know, winning in Dallas is always tough, and the Bucs certainly have a tall task ahead of them.
Hey, Ryan, I want to ask you something that I saw that was clipped off, I think, maybe on the NFL Network, a post-game comment from Dirk Cutter, the head coach, in the locker room addressing his team after one of the wins here. He was telling everybody, reminding everybody, shh, talk softly, and then carry a big stick, and that's not exactly how he phrased it. But is that the motto right now with this team?
That's kind of Dirk Cutter in a nutshell, guys. I mean, it's funny. Like I don't think 5 out of 10 people could identify Dirk Cutter, if he walked down the street in front of you. I mean, I think that's the kind of motto that he wants to live by. Look, let's play our game. Let's not showboat. Let's not go about it in a egotistical way. Let's just, win football games. And I think you see this team is finally starting to really adapt that personality that Dirk Cutter has, which is just come in, grind, don't talk too much in the media. He uses a lot of cliches, which of course we kind of hate, but still, it's kind of that us against the world mentality that he's instilled in these guys. And, hey, we're being overlooked, so let's just keep winning football games. So, I think that Dirk Cutter's really been a calming influence, something that, guys loved Lovie Smith in that locker room, but I just don't think he instilled the type of confidence that Dirk Cutter does.
Well, that's the thing, and you see kind of the spirit. It feels like Jameis is much better and is able to relate to Dirk versus Lovie, who was so soft-spoken and even though Dirk says to speak softly and carry a big stick, Lovie almost took it maybe to the extreme where he was a little too soft-spoken.
Yeah, and Lovie was a huge defensive guy, and I don't think him and Jameis necessarily clicked that well. And the rapport between Cutter and Winston is really a big reason. Well, I'm not going to say it's the entire reason, but it's a big reason why Dirk Cutter ended up getting this job. They wanted some continuity between him and what was his offensive coordinator last year. And look, I questioned the move when they made it. I thought, look, if you're gonna fire Lovie Smith, why not go out and get somebody, maybe a bigger name, to come in here and help turn this program and turn this franchise into a Super Bowl contender. But Dirk Cutter's been fantastic, and you really have to applaud the job that he's done so far this season.